Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So today I have the CRKT CEO Flipper. Now this is the second version of the CEO that we all know and love. Now I know I said in my giveaway video that I will be doing the Kaiser sheepdog first, but this was sent in by a customer, so I figured I can do a video on his, so thank you to Jeff. And then while I'm working on his, I can create these scales for the giveaway CEO as well. That way you guys can still get to see what this thing looks like with some brass scales. So really quick, we'll just put the specs up on screen. So again, this is a flipper style blade with an AUS 8 steel. You guys can see there. It's got a nice little swedge. And one thing I do like on the flipper tab, you actually have a rounded flipper with some good amount of jimping, so you can't really miss this flipper tab. Now this does come really sharp out of the box. Just wanted to show you guys how sharp it is. But yeah, this thing slices and dices, so seriously sharp, and that's just straight out of the box. Black GRN handles with some pretty neat texturing. Got some good grip. It has a very deep reversible pocket clip, as you guys can see. So if you are left-handed, you guys are in luck. So as you guys know from the first CEO, you're not able to reverse the clip. So this is a nice feature that they added to the second version. And again, when this thing is deployed from the flipper tab, it is super snappy. It is riding on IKBS bearings, so no wonder it is so smooth and fast, and the drop shut is pretty good. You got to give it a little bit of a wiggle, but it does work. Now the changes that I will be doing to the customer's knife is I will be creating some brass scales, and then I will be creating a brass pocket clip for him. So he just wants to kind of have a nice flow to it. I'll be rounding the bottom spacer just a little bit more for him. That way they're not too pokey. So let's go ahead and take this thing apart. One thing I noticed, the hardware is a little bit different from the original. So the bottom hardware here is T6, same with the pocket clip screw. And then they actually upgraded the pivot screw here with a T8 size bit. And keep in mind that there's only one side that comes loose. I guess the CRKT logo is a better guiding point of which screw comes out. So just keep that in mind. So let's take it apart and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so here it is all taken apart. Now CRKT always surprises me with how small their bearings can get. I mean, these are insanely small. I'm gonna have to see if I can get this like on a Pilar. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. I will definitely have to do a test run, but I'll do it on my own personal knife. I'm not gonna mess with Jeff's knife here. So now that it's taken apart, let's just jump into it. Alright everybody, so here it is all customized. Now as you guys saw in the video, I gave it a nice polish, or I gave the scales a nice polish, and that's to get this really cool stone wash that I really like. I just think it looks really good on brass and copper. Looks a little bit better on brass, but it's kind of hard to pick up, but in person it looks really good. Let me know what you guys think of this stone wash on the scales. But as you guys saw in the video, I did contour them. I basically just copied the originals, but I'm super happy with them. They turned out really good. And then for the pocket clip, it was a little stubborn since it was so small, but I decided to make the pocket clip just a little bit smaller. Well, I don't know if I wouldn't say a little bit smaller, but as you guys can see from the original, say it's probably maybe a quarter shorter than the original. But the reason I did that was because I wanted to get rid of the hot spot. So when you're holding the knife, I have another one here. This is going to be the giveaway knife. But when you're holding it, it kind of creates a hot spot in your, kind of puts a little bit of pressure on my finger at least. So I basically just shortened it a little bit just to get rid of that, and it did get rid of it. So I'm happy with the result. But like I said, this was a little stubborn to create, but I got it. The tension is good, and I'll show you guys in a little bit what it looks like in the pocket. But cute little pocket clip, and that's pretty much it. Everything else I kind of gave a satin finish on, especially the bottom spacer. So there's some shiny parts and some satin finished parts on this blade, so it just kind of has a theme going for it. So it looks really good all put together. And speaking of put together, let's put this thing together and see what it looks like. Alright, so here it is all put together, you guys. And man, does it look clean. Again, I just really like brass, so maybe it's just me, but let me know down below what you guys think. And that pocket clip is, I think it's just the right size, and it doesn't take away from the knife too much. And I stone washed that as well, and it even looks good against the stainless steel bottom spacer. So it's just a good contrast, and it goes with the flow of the blade. And it's perfectly centered, so that is good. Now time for the true test to see how this thing opens. Let's give this thing a flick and see what happens. There you go, works perfect. Even has a slightly different sound from the original scales. The drop shut is very nice, so I'm really happy that it works. Well, I'm always happy when a knife works after I'm done working on it, but as long as I take my time and be patient, it usually comes out just the way it needs to. And there is the pocket clip, just enough space. You got that tension, and again that stone wash. And then I also had to do the liner lock little gap down here, so I removed a little bit of material. I tried doing it without removing the material, and it just wouldn't, the ball detent wouldn't have no space for the blade to drop shut. So definitely had to do that, but you can barely tell since I gradually did it. So let me grab a pair of pants and show you guys what it looks like in the pocket. So here we go. Got our paints. We'll just slide it right on in. And again, I do like that it's smaller because it takes away, doesn't take away from the blade. If I can get it in there. There we go. So yeah, that's it. That's all you're gonna see in the pocket. And again, it's very deep carry, so you don't even know what knife is in there, but there it is. And it's even got the tension. Just pull it out. You guys, I'm sure you guys heard that, so tension is good. I'm happy with it. And basically just copied the original and made it shorter. Now I also wanted to just give this a quick weigh. It's definitely going to be heavier, but I'm curious to see how much heavier. So we're looking at 3.53, which is almost doubled in weight, but again, I think the CEO needs the weight. That's just me though. Now I know I said in the 1,000 subscriber giveaway video that I would customize the Kaiser first, but since I created the scales for this one for a customer, I decided to create the ones for the giveaway as well at the same time. So I will do a shorts video on that, so keep your eyes peeled for the giveaway CEO of just the finished product. And then once I finish the Kaiser, then I'll do the 1,000 subscriber video, and then you guys can enter for those 2 knives being given away. So I'm really interested to get that on video as well, because I'm going to do a really cool, just a really cool look to it. Kind of similar to the CJRB I did, the RIA. I'll put a link up to that video up here as well, or somewhere up here. And you guys can check that out and kind of get an idea of what I'll be doing to the CEO scales. But here is the CRKT CEO Flipper. Again, just let me know down below what you guys think of the final product. And again, I appreciate you guys watching. I truly appreciate it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share these videos. And I will see you guys on the next one.